Hi everybody, it's Jeff and Nikki from Nightshade Nook Decor. So what we're doing tonight is a final pour on this new table that Jeff's created. It started out as an 8-color pour, and you're down, well, you still have 8 colors because he's mixed some of them, but we were separating them all. So this is the last pour that we're doing for the river portion, and then we're actually going to do a flood coat over the top once everything's cured.
Yeah, do a flood coat of clear.
Okay. And this is a black walnut table, correct? I don't even know why I asked. They're always black walnut. So this is a neat little process. So what we're doing is we're pouring the colors individually and then slowly swirling
them together.
Thank you. Yeah, you need to talk. I'm kind of tired. I love this color. There's no name for this color.
There's no name.
It's kind of like a ghosty blue. And so what we're doing is we just pour it in different sections and then fill the other colors in as we go.
Let me go right at the middle.
Yep. Just be careful you don't knock my phone because that'll cause catastrophe. I realized I didn't have my case on it.
So I'm pouring a lot of this color here because this is going to be like my main color. It'll be the majority of this color blue. But basically what we have here is a lot of shades of blue and some pearl and some black silver.
So we're not going to swirl them all together until we have all the colors poured in, which I think is just a really, really neat process.
And we're probably not going to swirl it until it starts to set up a little.
So let me know if you guys have any questions about this process. It's a fairly new technique that we're doing here. And I don't know if this is something you saw somewhere else or if this is just one of Jeff's random ideas. I'm thinking it's a random idea. So you can see as we're pouring all the different hues that are in the blues. And it really turns out to be a really nice mix.
Many shades of blue here.
Many shades of blue. I think it just kind of gives the table a little bit more texture to it, which is what I like about it. And I love this color. This color that I'm pouring is a pearl color mixed with a blue-green. Not intentional. Not intentional at all, but you know, some of the best things are not intentional and not planned. And I kind of like that about this color. And what is this one?
It's the cobalt blue.
Oh, that cobalt blue. I like the cobalt blue. So I'm sorry, apparently I can't talk and pour tonight. And you know, Jeff just doesn't talk. That's the beauty of us.
Okay.
But you can see how these colors are still staying in their own little area. Yep, I'm going to go down in that corner. I was getting down there.
Okay, so I've got some black. Here, you can put these empty cups behind you, okay?
That'd be great, thank you.
When you're done there, turn them around and get rid of them, okay?
Yeah. So like I said, once these colors have kind of set up a little bit and we swirl them and mix them together, it just adds a lot of really nice texture as opposed to just using, you know, a single color, even the 2 colors. Which you saw, you know, when we did the root beer table. I mean, that had more than 1 color in it as well. The brown itself
brown had like 4 different colors, 4 different kinds of like copper and mink and Aztec gold to give it the different hues.
Even the silver had different.
That's how we came up with the root beer color, was by mixing all those other colors together.
So the neat thing about this is when you do the mixture like we did for the root beer color to get that brown, it makes a specific color. When you do it like this, it adds more texture and gives it more definition.
Right, we're trying not to, we figured if we put all those different shades of blue into one cup, we would have just wound up with one kind of a strange color blue. This way we have multi-colors, you know, all throughout the whole thing.
You need to go down there.
Get some black.
And I'm going to let you finish pouring this last one too, because I know you are being a little specific about where you want things. But I'm hoping you guys have a good view. I kind of did a a makeshift phone holder with one of Jeff's clamps. Because apparently if you leave me out in the shop long enough, I will configure some kind of creation to do what I need it to do. And I know it looks a mess right now, which is actually kind of cool. I like the way it's looking. It's a little light right there too.
I know, but I'll have to push something down there because I don't want to just pour.
So let me kind of take you down the whole table so you can see, and, you know, don't mind the bridges that we have here. So you can kind of see what it looks like now before we, you know, stir it up or swirl it together.
Keep in mind also there's a lot of air bubbles here. So once we get this done here, we'll get rid of some of these air bubbles and you'll get a better idea of what it's supposed to look like.
Right, and even some of the colors are going to swirl a little bit on their own with the torch. I've noticed that does that, which I think is kind of cool. So like I said, it's a new process. We did it on the first layer, and Jeff didn't want to videotape the first layer because, you know, he was a little nervous about it. And, you know, I'm more gung-ho. I'm more like, well, it's new and it's different, so let's just videotape it, and whatever happens, happens. And he's not as cavalier as I am sometimes. But the first layer turned out really, really good. In fact, I think I posted a picture of it on Facebook when we had finished that. In fact, our daughter Tay was over and she helped us do the pour, which was a lot of fun, and I should have videotaped that. So you know, moving forward, if I think I should video something, regardless of what Jeff says, I'm going to video it. That's where we're at. Because there's so many times when I'm like, I should have done that, and he's like, no.
Here, get rid of this one. You're still kind of shy down here?
A little bit. And as you can see, Jeff got his haircut today. He's got a shiny head. He's no longer looking like you're kind of looking a little lumberjacky.
I was looking pretty rough there for a while.
Yeah. But that's because we were keeping him working a little bit too hard in here. I think he works harder now than ever. He's probably out in this shop 12-hour days easily. And we've been doing a lot of different things. We started making some stocking hangers. Jeff cut up some live edge pieces and sanded them up for me. And I'm been stenciling on some cute little phrases and sayings. So we'll have some stocking hangers available. There's a lot of wreaths. I can't even tell you how many wreaths that I have put together. And candy canes.
Can I have the torch so I can get rid of the bubbles?
You can have the torch.
See what kind of mess we got going on here.
Yeah, let's see what kind of mess we got going on here. I think this looks cool.
Well, you can see the bubbles popping. That's the actual colors that they're supposed to be.
Yeah, that's that's pretty. Very, very pretty. This is before the torch and after the torch. It's a huge difference. Oh, that's cool because you can watch the colors change as you're coming down. Yeah.
A lot of air bubbles we did a lot of mixing.
Right now it kind of looks like we just let a couple kindergartners in here.
Yeah, it really
with some finger paints or something. Which maybe that's what it is. Maybe we need little kids to kind of help with the color creation.
Maybe. Okay, so at this point, I would recommend we stop filming, and because this will take about 10 or 15 minutes to set up a little bit before it's at the consistency where we want to start swirling it. If we swirl it now...
Yeah, it's just going to bleed together, and we're going to have one solid color.
Yeah, it'll just turn into one big color. So we're gonna take a break here for about 10 minutes, and then once this reaches the right consistency, we'll swirl it together, and you'll be able to see the finished pretty much how it's going to look when it's finished. So check
Stay
back
tuned.
with us. Yeah, check back with us in 10-15.
Okay, guys, talk to you in a little bit.